Good evening, everyone. This is Vicki Simons with TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. All right, so we're going to be talking about sleeping better, and this information is on the Sleep Better page of our website. And I have to give a shout out to Dr. Joseph Mercola for some of the tips that I have received and have adapted for professional drivers have come from his website. And there are other sites out there that I have looked at, and I have adapted some of these tips from those places too. Okay, so let's get started. All right, the situation for professional truck drivers is a lot different from other people because they don't get to sleep in a stationary bed that's meant to stay in one spot all the time. Okay, there are great differences between a mattress in a truck, unless you happen to get a custom mattress, and the type that you can use in your own home. And that being said, Mike and I have found that even a brand new sleeper berth mattress can sometimes be extremely uncomfortable. And I'm going to be talking about that and some other tips. All right, in a brief nutshell, all right, here are some of the common sleep inhibitors and interrupters for truckers. And I've got these listed. Like I said, I'm going to be putting this URL on our page directly underneath this broadcast when I'm done, so you'll be able to see everything that's on the page of our website. All right, so these are some of the common sleep inhibitors and interrupters for truckers: light, sound, smells or odors, movement and vibration, uncomfortable atmosphere, health issues, and food and drink issues. And there's also one additional one on the very last part of that article. It's talking about family relationships or relationships with friends. Okay, so I'm not going to read absolutely everything from this page, but let me just mention some of them that may be of help to you. I know that a lot of truckers are we're very technologically active in our day in the 21st century, and a lot of us like to stay informed, perhaps through our smartphone or laptop computer or the Qualcomm that's in our truck. However, each one of those devices has a display that is emitting light. Even the S-bar bunk heater that we had in the last truck that Mike drove as a regional driver had a little blue light. It was it was a tiny little light, but it was bright blue, and it was just one of those things that just kept me awake. I had to basically learn how to cover that thing over so that it would keep me, when I was riding with him, allow me to go to sleep. So block out as much light as you can from your truck as possible if necessary. Limit the light that's coming from all of your devices, and even artificial light, natural light. I don't know if you're the kind of person who likes to wear a sleep mask. That is something that goes over your eyes. I tried one time, and the elastic that went around behind my head just bothered me so much I couldn't use it. If you find that you have to rise in the middle of the night in order to use the restroom, try to keep the amount of light down as low as possible. Now, that being said, when Mike and I were on the road, except for the one trucking company that Mike drove for, at the time Schneider National forbade the ability for truckers to use a keep in their sleeper berths a portable toilet. But for all the other trucking companies that he drove for on long haul or regional basis, he was able to have a portable toilet. And of course, when you're in your own truck and you know where things are, you can visit that little restroom there inside your truck without, just feel for it in the middle of the night. All right, next thing is to remove or reduce sounds, okay? And that would be sounds coming from inside and outside your truck, okay? One of the obvious things is to try to park in places where you're not going to hear as much noise, or you're not going to be disturbed by someone knocking on your door in the middle of the night. That could be people who are from the shipper or the receiver knocking on your door to let you know about the load or the unloading procedure that's going on. Or it could be unwelcome guests who want to provide you with, say, commercial company in the middle of the night. All right, turn the volume on your devices down if possible. If you need to do so, and I did this for a very long time, is to wear a set of earplugs. Now, the one thing about earplugs for me is that when I had them in my ears, okay, the pressure of the earplug inside my ears became uncomfortable. and of course, the thing about it is that you want to block the sound out. So you have to determine for yourself which one is a better deal, whether it's the pressure from to try to keep the sound out, or if the pressure is too much for you to bear. Okay, consider using a white noise machine. Mike likes to use that at home when he's here. Eliminate, if possible, sounds from snoring, and of course the whole issue about sleep apnea. If you happen to have a CPAP machine, then you probably won't be doing any snoring at all. There could be other devices to help you prevent snoring. We have from time to time slept in a truck with the air vents open, and of course anything that goes by when the truck has the air vents open, you're probably going to hear that in the middle of the night, unless you just sleep dead to the world. But anyway, if possible, also prevent idling your truck or running the APU if that would bother you. Some truckers like to sleep not necessarily with the air vents open, but to have the windows open, and if that's the case, then you could put a screen in there, a window screen, so that would prevent the flying insects from coming in as well. And of course, nothing could be more irritating than hearing a mosquito right around your ears in the middle of the night. Okay, the next one is to sleep better, eliminate smells or odors, and that would be from inside or outside your truck. Obviously, you'll want to keep the odor control from trash and garbage down. Take some extra Walmart bags or whatever with you, and then when you fill that up, or when it gets to be really stinky, like the worst smell that we had was when we were fixing raw chicken. After a day or two, that smell is just abominable. Also, if you're taking a portable toilet with you in your truck, keep it clean. Okay, there are ways to do that. Use the deodorizing chemical in the waste tank, and also keep the seat and everything clean. You can use baking soda for that, or some sort of a commercial cleaner. Just make sure you rinse it off very well. All right, if you're hauling animals, all right, I don't know of any other way to keep your rig clean except to have to do a washout. Okay, if possible, don't be parking near some sort of an industry like a paper mill or a sewage treatment facility where there can be really bad stinks. All right, and if possible, and it bothers you, get rid of cigarette smoke and other types of smells, like even pet smells in the night. You can use a deodorizer, or there are certain kinds of essential oils that can help you to remove or eliminate odors as well. Okay, next is to sleep better, reduce, remove, or adjust the movement and vibration in your truck. Obviously, you won't want to park on a shoulder or the shoulder of a ramp or somewhere where all the traffic going by whoosh, and every time you feel this vibration when your truck is swaying back and forth because of the air suction there when a vehicle goes by. All right, if you are idling for comfort, or you have a machine like an APU that is helping you to maintain the climate in your truck, okay, there could be a certain vibration associated with the movement, the running of that engine. So you probably want to adjust the RPMs to something that's not going to bother you. When I went to be a passenger in Mike's truck one time, he was used to the truck idling at a certain RPM. It didn't bother him, but it bothered me. So he reduced that and actually ended up lowering the idle rate that he was spending there. So that reduced the amount of fuel that he was also using. All right, there are some of these battery-powered air conditioning type units or climate control units, and we have a review on our website about one of them. Don't recommend it, because once that battery runs down, you're going to have to get up in the middle of the night probably, or the day, whenever you're resting, and crank up the truck in order to keep that thing going. And of course, with the idling regulations now, that's not a good idea anyway. We did not give that unit a good review at all. But anyway, if it's possible to do so, depending on your schedule, aim to park for your sleep break at times that you don't have to have your trailer loaded or unloaded. As I'm sure you know, every time a heister comes on or goes off of your trailer, you're going to have that bounce factor. Okay, if that bothers you, then you'll need to take care of that. And also, one of the websites that I saw said ban the beasts. In other words, if you have a cat or a dog jumping on and off your sleeper berth every time they need to move around, then that could disturb you too. All right. All right, so also seek to make your uncomfortable atmosphere more comfortable, and we're talking about things like temperature and humidity. The mattress, we ended up having to get a topper or a pad. It was like one of those little egg crate things. We got a wide one, cut it up the middle, and then I had half and Mike had half up on the top bunk, and that helped a good bit. Sometimes you could sleep on top of your on top of your sleeping bag in order to help make things a little bit more comfortable. All right, and of course you want to give yourself enough room to move around in the middle of the night. Okay, some of these sleeping bags are quite narrow, so you want to be able to move around, and if it's just too much to deal with, then you'll need to probably make adjustments there. All right, address health issues. Try to get, you work with your circadian rhythm if possible to get sleep during the night when it's dark outside. All right, if you need to use a CPAP machine, make sure that you have the power to be able to run that machine during your entire sleep break. If you're dealing with seasonal allergies, you want to deal with those in an appropriate way so that you don't get stuffed up in the night. And I would say don't engage in vigorous physical activity or exercise right before you go to bed. Give yourself time to unwind. If you have a small bladder, then reduce the amount of liquids that you are consuming before you go to bed. And if you find yourself having trouble going to sleep at night, evaluate your caffeine intake, okay, from coffee, tea, chocolate. Reduce your intake below what it causes for sleeplessness. If possible, eat the kinds and quantity of food that will help you to sleep better. Of course, you want to make sure that you're not getting the kinds of things that are going to make you sleepy during the times that you're going to be driving. Okay, just as a real quick recommendation. Okay, my husband uses a couple of different essential oils to help him relax, so that he can rest, get relaxed before he goes to bed every night. If you're interested in learning more about those, I'd be glad to show them to you and talk with you some more about them. Just get in touch with us through our website, TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com, or ask a question in the comments below. Okay, external things. We've actually faced a challenge. I have a true story on our page about having to park in a service area up in Connecticut one night, and it was just awful. As far as that was the worst night of sleep I ever got because I actually didn't get any sleep. Okay. Also, there's a story on here about shall we say, a non-cooperative driver manager that Mike had one time. This guy, he gets total thumbs up for wanting to stay in communication with his drivers, but he got total thumbs down for wanting to send notes during times when Mike wanted to sleep. And we actually ended up, and those were in the days before the Qualcomm had the setting on their units where the volume could go all the way down. But anyway, every time a message came in, the Qualcomm would beep very loudly. So in order to be able to get any rest whatsoever, we ended up having to literally tie that thing up in a bag and in a towel and stick it outside the door, the passenger door. We didn't like to do that, but it's kind of like we had to get some sleep. We would also be interested to know if you guys have any tips that have helped you fall asleep within a reasonable period of time. Obviously, you do not want to get sleepy while you're driving. Okay, that's horrible. The reason why we have this Sleep Better page on our website at all is to help you sleep when you want to sleep so that you're not sleepy when you're driving. Okay, because even one truck accident due to a sleepy driver or a driver who's fatigued is too many. All right, so seek the low-cost methods of helping you to sleep better before you go to something more expensive. For example, the cost to purchase earplugs, an eye mask, or a truck sunshade are all modest. Okay, even a more expensive item like a mattress pad can make all the difference and turn out to pay for itself and improve sleep. Sometimes, and Mike has had this happen, sometimes a 15-minute power nap during the middle of your driving time can actually help you to become rejuvenated later. Keep your cell phone fully charged in case you need that. But unless you use yours for an alarm clock for waking, I recommend that you turn it off while you sleep. It's been argued that electronic frequencies used by cell phones can inhibit sleep, so use your own best judgment in this regard. Some cell phones have settings that allow users who use the alarm setting to hear only the alarm, not ringing when a call comes in. There's also a setting that some phones have called airplane mode. I have used that in the past and it works very well. All right. Also, the last thing was talking about keeping good relationships with friends and family. If you find that you've gotten into a severe argument with someone, that can keep you awake, tossing and turning, and just you want to do something really bad about it. But anyway, seek to keep those relationships and those modes of communication open with your friends and family there. Okay, I'd be interested to know, drivers, if you're having, any success using anything other than what I have shared tonight or that's on our Sleep Better page on our website. So if you have a comment or a question, please feel free to put that underneath this broadcast, and we'll be glad to get back with you and even give you a shout out if you'd allow us to quote you on our site. So until next time, my husband Mike and I wish you great wellness, purpose, and abundance, and safe travels, and lots of money-saving opportunities on the road. Have a great night, driver, and we'll see you for Savvy Saturday tomorrow night. Thanks.